How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Today, we're checking out the new trends at the SuperShow, seeing what's coming up in this next year. There's been a lot of competition for RV manufacturers to win you over. So today, we're checking out the new upgrades, the outdoor spaces, the new storage, and the things that are just really impressive. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Now, one of the things that I love about the show is that seeing the new features, it gives me ideas for how I can improve our RV, even if I'm not shopping for an RV. And a big trend that we see continuing is the outdoor space attached to the RV. From outside add-ons like cooking surfaces, or even the new moon surface that you can attach to any RV, to the increasing decks, especially small side decks that open the inside of the RV to the outside with countertops and barbecues, bridging that space. Even the acrylic windows that open more are coming more and more commonplace, making it to where you can open up more of the RV and not just looking out a window. This was especially noticeable on the brand new Axiom RVs. They even had a porch swing that can hang from the front of the fifth wheel. We definitely have more on the list of things that they're doing different, but somebody that's not new to the RV space is Grand Design, but they did bring two new updates to their line, or changes that they're making. The first off is the Omega frame. The blue sections of the frame are what's been updated to be stronger and beefier for their larger fifth wheels. The thing that really caught my eye though was their new roofing system. The worry-free roof. It's one single piece. There's no seams. It's made up of 3 layers. That's mold and rot resistant, high impact with a, get this, lifetime warranty. If you haven't seen their videos on it, it's supposed to be extremely durable. They even take a hammer to it, drop a cinder block on it. But I was curious about the construction and the edges and the penetrations in the roof, like vents. So I wanted to ask for some of the details.
Underneath that substrate, we've got Sikaflex. It's on the wood rafter. Our composite substrate, and then you got your PET material, and then underneath this 90 right here is the same exact gasket that we're putting right here. It's a foam gasket. Underneath that gasket is a Turnabond.
Okay.
And then you've got an adhesive gasket that goes, here's this just to help the screws. This Eternabond, it is mainly there for aesthetics, over these screws. The main seal is the Eternabond gasket. Underneath that secondary seal, I guess if you can call it, would be that Sikaflex that goes on the rafter.
Okay.
Yep.
I do hope to be able to get my hands on some of these materials, specifically that Eternabond automotive gasket, to see how that would work for mounting solar panels on the RV, and would it be recommended to seal the screws that are penetrating through the roof? Or is the Eternabond gasket expected to seal those? The roofing looks extremely impressive, but the weak areas are always the edges or the fixtures or penetrations on the roof. But I'm excited about a much more durable roofing system. Now there's a whole lot of new gear that came out at the show, and we're going to do another video dedicated on that, but something that caught my eye was from Liquified. They're coming out with a line of Liquishine for washing and maintaining the outside of the RV. They have formulas for the roof, they have a wash and wax, they have a bug and tar remover, and they even have a black streak remover as well for those tough spots. So that'll be coming out on February 16th, and they told me just like all their other Liquified products, that they're 100% made in America company, which is one of the things that we liked about them. They are a sponsor of the channel, but we like them because it's not a chemical. It's made with all enzymes and bacteria, surfactants, so it's going to liquefy the waste to help clean your sensors and break down what's inside your holding tank to keep it clean. For us, it's the easiest treatment to use with a measuring bottle built right into it. You're not worrying about dissolving or guessing how much to use. The measuring is directly into the bottle. They also have a gray tank treatment, which is just as important, and they have toilet bowl cleaners. They have a concentrate if you're having a problem with the sensors. They've really built out their line of treatments. So to save 15% off, there's going to be a link down in the description. But if you're watching this during the show season, they've extended the show deal online for buy 2, get 1 free. It's a good deal. Now, moving on to the next trend that we're seeing in RVs is dedicated office workspace. Whether it's a table that easily converts into a workspace more than just a dining table, which is coming much more common, we also see dedicated office spaces inside of RVs. This goes beyond the trend of converting a toy hauler into an office space. These are dedicated office spaces, sometimes with their own entrance and oftentimes with adjustable height desks. Manufacturers are seeing how RVs are being used, and it's not just vacation, but a lifestyle and being used for work as people travel. RVers are looking for that dedicated space to have. And the trend that couples really well with this are much quieter ACs. Axiom has gone the direction of putting true mini splits inside of their RVs. And without the ACs and equipment on the roof, they raise the height of the RV, and the high ceilings are definitely noticeable walking through. But that increased height gives them more wall space to be able to mount the mini splits in the RV. As far as other ACs we saw at the show, Furrion had a display again showing their chill cube, just how quiet it is with that multi-speed inverter compressor in the unit, and they are announcing their low profile version and the heat pump version. Two things that people have been waiting for. The chill cube has definitely changed what we expect out of RV ACs, and seeing these options come to that platform has been highly expected. Can't wait to check those out. Now, Pebble had their AC on the front of their travel trailer, traditionally where you would see the propane tanks, but they had their AC heat pump in this location, which isn't the most unique thing about this RV. And the concept of Pebble isn't exactly new, but these are production models now. So this one came off the production line, and what they're doing is definitely unique. This stands out from everything else that you see at the RV show, from the way that it looks internally, even to the way that you connect it and disconnect it from your tow vehicle.
From the motion menu, I'm going to tap to authenticate. I'm going to hit accept for the accepting of the risk, because I need to make sure that it's safer on the vehicle. And then I'm going to adjust the speed. I'm going to use the dead man switch here, and then I'm going to drive it forward. I'm going to rotate it to the right, left, right, and I can reverse it. I'm going to move it forward again, and then I'm going to rotate it to the left. And again, once I get to about 5 feet, where this lower camera can see it, I'll be able to magic hitch. So right now, magic hitch is available. I'm going to press and hold magic hitch. And as I mentioned, it's going to do basically the rest of this for me. And then the last thing for me to do would be to connect the cables, the 7-pin, and release the parking brake.
While I'm not in the market for an RV like this, it's undeniable this is extremely impressive that this is not just a concept vehicle, but a production RV that you could purchase. That this is where technology is at is very impressive. Now, another RV manufacturer that was new at the show was Awaken RV. Its double hold construction reminds me a lot of an Oliver travel trailer, but it doesn't have the band around, so it looks seamless from the outside. And the inside was a little bit taller and a bit more spacious, which might have something to do with the windows that they put in there. But if you're interested in an Oliver, you might also want to consider Awaken RV. It was an impressive unit. Usually with units like this, they're better insulated, they're lower maintenance, and have a much higher quality. Now, another thing that we noticed at the show was the creativity in the storage areas. So I felt like manufacturers were looking for every nook and cranny and pull out in order to access more storage and get access to your storage easier. We know that that's always a trend that people are going to be looking for, optimizing their storage. But we'll see how many of these other things, whether it's workspaces, quieter, more efficient ACs, more outdoor decks and outdoor space, or if that Grand Design new roofing system will get duplicated to more manufacturers. Time will tell how it performs and if more manufacturers will pick that up. So I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope that it helped you out seeing some of the new things and the trends that are coming out from the RV manufacturers. So we do have another video coming out of the gear that's coming out for 2026 and the new stuff that's hitting the industry. Some stuff really impressed me this year. So as always, if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will. See you next video. Take care.